We are hopping into round two, group six, game one. We got Denmark, Southwestern Asia, Germany 2, England 1, US 4, and Belgium. And they have just started their match here. Let's go ahead and take a peek at what is going on. I was a little bit late getting the stream up, so apologies for that. Ooh, whoops. That is not what you guys need to see. You guys need to see this. There you go. All right, so we have Chalky. Yeah, we have Chalky in here for England 2. He's going to be on white in the first seat. In the second seat, we have Monkey Blaster for Belgium on yellow. Then in the third seat, we have Effortless Sal 3OU on green for Southwestern Asia. Then in the fourth seat, we have the Red Baron for Denmark and is on red. Lucky him, got his color. He's in the fourth seat. Then we have the G on blue for United States 4. And then last but not least, on black, we have Uberboss. We're watching from Uberboss's POV. He's playing for Germany 2 in the sixth and final seed. So to start things off, Chalky went ahead and took Iceland for England 2, or England 1, excuse me. And it looks like Monkey Blaster's thinking about an Eastern Europe take, maybe? Ooh. I think he needs to be careful. Didn't really grab a turn 1 bonus like he maybe should have. All right, and we see Effortless living up to his name, effortlessly takes Denark Alps for the +4. What's up, Electric? How's it going, Mitch? And we see Red Baron goes on ahead and takes North Africa for the +3. The G takes Southeastern Europe, gets his own +4. Uberboss looking at what he can pick up. Could maybe get France and England with the 7 troops he's got. A little bit risky. I would try it personally. Yeah. I think I would have put one more on England and gone for both, and one less in France. It's a 89% double bonus take. But anyway, he does go ahead and picks up. He does go ahead and pick and yeah, holy smokes, I cannot talk today. He goes ahead and picks up France for the +4 for Germany too. All right, so everyone except Monkey Blaster's on a bonus. Chalky's a smidge behind. He has a bit of advantage for going first, but he does need to make sure he can pick up a second bonus right now. All right, and let's check the VCs. Who's helping who in VC right now? Monkey Blaster has the entire Belgium team with him along for the ride. Blitz and 501 are in there with him. Red Baron getting some help from Little Banana Juice for Denmark. And Chalky getting some help from Zycron for England 1. And Germany 2 getting help from Lebras and Lila the Poet. USA 4 getting help from King Hezi. And then Mahan Omadi for Southwestern Asia. Do I have that right? No, Effortless is playing for Southwestern Asia. So, Mahan, I see you're on the Twitch chat. I don't think you're allowed to be in the Twitch chat if your teammate is playing. Um, I would hate to, yeah, Southwestern Asia. I would hate to like boot or kick you, but if you're on that team, you can't be in here. If you're just a fan, you're welcome to stay. But um, the way teammates watch their their teammates play in the game is via Discord stream from their specific player from their specific POV. Yeah, yeah, I know no one's in VC with him, but you know he's watching from Uberboss's POC and could be like DMing. Uh, Not that he would. It's just it's one of those things we try to watch out for. So anyway, we do see Monkey Blaster finally picks up a bonus, grabs Germany on his second turn. Chalky not really able to get anything on his second turn. Looks like he's claiming West Africa for turn 3. Um, Meanwhile, we have Southwestern Asia picks up Italy on its second turn. It's a solid play for them. And then we have Denmark going to pick up Spain to sit on +7 going into turn 3. All right, the G looks like he's going to pick up Scandi. We see an oops from Monkey Blaster. They were hoping to get that. We'll see what Belgium decides to do here. Is the G decides ultimately not to fortify out of Eastern Europe. Yeah, I take Eastern Europe if I'm Monkey Blaster. Um, Especially if the 4 fortifies out. I'm thinking about it right now if I would hit that 4 to take it. Maybe. All right. We see Uberboss pick up Great Britain for the +3 there. So right now, what is it? Southwest? Yeah, Southwestern Asia sitting on +8. That's the largest generation. Most everyone else is on +7. And since Chalky won that roll, he's now also on +8 with a +6 and a +2. And then Monkey Blaster bringing up the rear, the only player on 1 bonus. It's at least a +5, but if you're on 1 bonus, it needs to be a +6 at least, I would think. Is he going for Orient? Looks like he might be. Wonder why Blue didn't go for Eastern Europe. Yeah, I like Eastern Europe better for Blue than Scandi. Maybe he's worried about getting broke. Because if you look too big, you could end up getting broke, which doesn't help you. I don't know. In a lobby like this, where I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be good neighbor, I would take that risk personally. Yeah, what I would think would happen to Destro is he would trade his +4 for the +8. Because Eastern Europe by itself is better than the split bonus he currently has on +7. Of course, it is nice to have bonuses in 2 different positions. Makes you a smidge harder to kill. Though with as connected as this map is, particularly without blizzards and then adding to the connectivity with the stable portals, positioning doesn't help you all that much. It obviously always helps you some, you know, somewhat, but this is a very open board. Monkey Blaster saying thanks, hoping to be permitted to pick up a second bonus here. Does Red Baron leave? He's not interested in leaving. Monkey Blaster not getting any help from his opponents. Stuck on a +5. Taking Eastern is better than taking Scandi, though, as the upgrades +8. Yeah. Yeah, again, the only argument is the position thing. But, I don't know. Personally, I would take the +8, but it could be argued that I mean, he's in a perfectly fine position. +7's nothing to sneeze at. All right, but right now, green is sitting pretty for Northwestern Asia. Has had the +8 for the longest. Problem is, how many teams will break the +4 and how many would just break Eastern Europe? Yeah, that's a good question. I think most people in this lobby would know to break Southeastern Europe, but you're right, Destro. You're taking a risk. You're certainly taking a risk if of somebody breaking the wrong bonus. All right, Chalky finally gets to hold his +8. Just gonna sit and start taking cards now. Ooh, steps off of his portal. Would rather have his 8 looking at Uber Boss's 1s through his bonuses. So this is a 70% game, worth 15 points if you get the W, worth 3 points for every bounty you get. On Europe Advanced, the 70% is 59 territories. That's all but 25 of the 84 territories. If I did my math right, I think I did, of the 84 territories that are on the Europe Advanced map. So Belgium insisting on the Orient bonus. Not going to get it this turn. But looking at a turn 4 +11, which isn't entirely unreasonable. Though I'm not sure if that's really what you would want to go for. Normally you want to get you want to have your bonuses by turn 2, because this game could end on the 5th turn. Just ask Cecil from US3. He wrapped up Group 7 Game 1 on turn 5. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for. So we do see Red Baron finally leave Orient. Come on, G, keep our European domination going. Oh yeah, fun fact, USA has won every single Game 1. USA 1, 2, and 3 all won their Game 1s. So if the G wins Game 1 here, USA will have swept every Game 1 they possibly could have won. 4 out of what, 8 groups, I think it is. Are we at 8 groups or 9? I think we're at 8 groups. We had 9 groups last week, but we had some no-shows. My game ended first player turn 7. Wow. Yeah, Cecil was second player turn 5. So that might be the record, I think, for game 1. Maybe someone did it faster, but definitely good to just take the W when you can. Sometimes you think about risking to pick up a bounty also, but that's always risky to do if you have the dub. Someone else could potentially run it. Someone else could do something that takes the win right from under you when you had you acted. All right, hopping into turn 5 here. I think Sam was same position in turn as me. There were 2 weak players that died prior to turn 5. Gotcha. Dang. Dying before turn 5 is rough. No set on 4 for Uber Boss. Normally that doesn't matter, but since the game could be over this turn, it could matter. But I don't think anyone has a significant enough lead to run it. Belgium is going to go ahead and pick up Orient, guarding all their borders with 3s. So plus 11, getting it late is probably fine. We'll see if the board agrees. I would let that hold for 2, maybe 3 turns, and then I would break Germany. Because that could be too much. But yeah, they have some catching up to do before they get close to what Green has. New game 1 dominant. Apparently, New Zealand has won round 1, game 1 of all 3 Risk World Cups. Wow! Congrats, New Zealand. Do you have something to do with that? He very well might. All right, this game could wrap here on the first trades. Uber Boss probably wouldn't set right now with everyone on 5 anyway, so the no set on 4 ended up not mattering. Actually, no, I don't think I was game 1 of round 1 in the first World Cup. Didn't make the team last year. And played game 2 of round 1 this year. Okay. All right, Chalky with the 4 trade. Is Zycron in his ear telling him he has it? The portals seem decently well guarded. Except for that Spain portal. Red Baron gonna let anyone walk into Spain. I don't know how I feel about that. Monkey Blaster was able to hold his plus 11. And gets the 6 trade. Too busy worrying about guarding. Needs to set up a big puncher run stack somewhere. Though both of his bonuses, neither of his bonuses, excuse me, have a portal within their borders. So roadblocks can be somewhat helpful, but really he needs to be making a big stack somewhere so he can run this at some point. Baby stacks don't get you the win. Why is England 1 not stacking exterior? I don't know. They could be asking to get removed. Alright, so we see the 15 stack is the biggest one he's got. He's probably going to stay there, put his 3 on his other 3 down in the bottom right of Orient. Yep. He's got 5 stacks guarding his borders, aside from a 14 and a 9. Alright, we see Effortless going to set in for 8. 79 troops is on, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 54 minus 11, what is that? Just needs 43 more territories to win. Yeah, I don't know about his path into Orient. He doesn't really have a good path into Orient. I think you would need a few Orient territories to bag the 70. Otherwise, you're hitting too many stacks. So maybe guarding all those territories is a good play from Belgium, particularly if this game goes long. 32 can't go very far because of all the portal stacks, and the 3 has a lot it could hit. Yeah, the 13 did have a lot it could hit. Yeah. All right, 10 trade from Red Baron. But since he's been on +7 most of the game, that that larger trade, the trade that he's got that's bigger than Green's, didn't quite catch him up in troop count. The G's on 69 troops, gonna have to ruin that with the 12 set. So there goes your 69. The G on 80 troops, is he opening up to run it this turn? He looks fairly close. Not super close though. That Spain portal gives him the Scandi into Spain, into West Africa, gives him a lot of access. And then that 16 can pick up a lot of territories in Orient. Does USA 4 just attempt it right now here on turn 6? It looks like they're going to just take a card and chill. And combine stacks, goes back to the 19. Uberboss going to set in for 15, tied with the troop lead on 81. Looks like Uberboss is going to attempt it. No, Uberboss just breaks Iceland and gets out of dodge. I don't know how I feel about that play. So, wanted to put his Scotland stack over in Russia, used the cheap Iceland portal to do it. Chalky on 69 troops. So I guess because he didn't get 2 extra troops, that was a good play from Uberboss, making sure Chalky would only have 69 troops this turn, or would have 69 troops this turn, so that we could see some dabs. That's always fun. I think whoever sets on 3 for the 20 trade just runs it and wins. Ooh, Chalky decides to break Uberboss in response. Is this a run attempt? I think he's moving a bit too slow for this to be a run attempt. Yep, steals UK in response to what Chalky just did. The rest translates to rideshare executive, in case you were wondering. Okay. Yes. It absolutely does. 69. Let's go Chalky. Who's got the set on 3? 20 troops. 20 extra troops would probably win this for anyone. Monkey Blaster doesn't have it. Still gets to hold his +11 though. Now sitting on 80. 1 troop behind the G. Oh, now tied with the G. Took his card off of blue. Does Northwestern Asia have the set on 3? A 90 stack is pretty good. Or not a 90 stack, but 90 troops is pretty good. Of course, that 32 has some open portals it could hop to. But how far would it get? We do see Uberboss counting. He's thinking about running it next turn. We do see Effortless going to set in on 3. He thinks he has it. I don't see why else he would set in on 3. Does he have the path? Does he have the time to run it? Moving very quickly. Takes Iceland. Goes into UK. Smashes Iceland's 14. Or, not Iceland's. England's 14. Smashes... Wow. Smashes into Uberboss's 15. We do see an Oops come out. Not the best pathing there. Limits how many territories he can pick up in West Africa now because of that pathing. Yep, gonna stop on 38%. May have just fed the game to Baron. Can Baron pick up a dry kill on a player like England? Maybe if that 23 was open. Red Baron doesn't have a set. The next set on 3 is worth 25. Started way too late, yeah. I think he wanted a couple more bonuses, maybe. Yeah, kill England into the 70, but he wasn't open to do it. Can the G run it right now? Doesn't have the set on 3. Uberboss doesn't have the set on 3. G is going to attempt it. Needs to slam through 2 5s, a yellow one and a red one, to pick up some more territories down here. 2v1, fails the 2v1. Rolls the 3 to pick up another spot. How does he split here? Gonna split for 6. Double tap the green 2. No, he's gonna run off his portal to see if he can pick up the rest. Ooh, gonna leave Iceland behind there, but can portal back up in that direction if he wants to. Ooh, I don't know if he's pathed this very well. Doesn't get the best of dice on Black's 10. I don't think he quite has this here. Still is just on 50% of the board. If he was on 60% of the board, he would maybe have it. But, no, I think he sees he doesn't have it. Uberboss in trouble here. But Uberboss might just put everything on his 47 stack. That's his last stack, his last position. If he gets good dice on England, he could potentially kill England in the 70, but he would need amazing dice on England. But I think that could be his only play. He could also try for Red Baron, but I think England has less troops. Should make sure he sliders this. We'll see if he does. Doesn't slider it. Looks like he's got plenty of troops to finish the kill. Not sure why he split there. But he will be able to pick up Chalky's kill. That's 3 points. That will set him in turn. Didn't really path this very well. Should have left his stack facing green. So he at least picks up 3 points for his team. I don't think he has the troops. He got beat up pretty bad on the previous failed runs. So it looks like Belgium gets to go next. And Belgium's going to get the 30 trade. Uberboss going to still attempt the run. I don't think he, yeah, maybe that wasn't a run attempt. That may have just been hitting the G down a little bit. Belgium should have it with the trade. 69 troops, 30 set. He's got 100 troops on a wide open board. Can Belgium pick up their first W here? If they kill red or blue on the way, that would also get them some points. Or sorry, or black. The black kill is also on the table. Looks like they are going to try and pick up the black kill. I think they have it. They need to path this correctly. They're going to have one split, but that's fine. So GG's to Uberboss. Well played to Belgium. Hopefully we get a spectate. If not, we'll hop over to another stream.